Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Monday, January 16th, 2023. In the United States, this is a federal holiday today in honor of Martin Luther King, the man who was a major civil rights activist and a Christian minister in last century in the United States, helping with the civil rights movement in a tremendous way, but also a teacher of nonviolence and the importance of loving our enemies. So there will be a free fire lab tonight on Pillai Center Practice YouTube channel to honor his memory and to invoke archetypes of love and freedom. You're all welcome to join that. It's a free public fire lab, and it'll be at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time on Pillai Center Practice channel. Here on this program, we are about to do an in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in New Mexico in the United States. My name is Swamini Valli, and I'm a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. Happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. And in doing this puja, we are inviting the blessings of these light beings to flow into us and into our world. Thank you for joining us. To do the puja, we are using the South Indian style layout of the chart. Each of the little 12 boxes you see on the screen represents a particular zodiac sign. I have drawn the chart in chalk on a little chalkboard that's on a side table, which is where I will actually do the puja. I also have a container of water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a little raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals to help me during the puja. Flowers and flower petals have a tremendous purity. When we hold a flower or a flower petal in our hand, as we're saying a prayer or a mantra, the flower or flower petal has such purity, it can take the vibration of that sound directly into the realm of the Akash, or the causal space, and update our own Akashic record. We're very grateful to the flowers for their help with the puja. I use the flowers when I'm saying the mantras, and then I place them in appropriate places on the little blackboard chart as we're going along. To start the puja, I'm going to use some water from the water container, sprinkling some water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to purify the area for the puja, sprinkling a few drops of water on top of my own head to symbolically purify me, and sending a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, symbolically purifying everyone whether you're watching it live or watching it later on a replay. Next, we invoke Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam, Om Shring Gam. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and we thank him for his help with this. Now, I'm going to do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvuke Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Yanasamundar for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we start by honoring the time elements that are active in my current location. We start with honoring the planet that rules the day. Today is Monday, which is ruled by the moon. I'll put the flower petals on top of the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Dr. Pillai also associates Rahu with Monday, so I will honor Rahu right now as well and put flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in a star called Vishaka, a star that can give blessings for victory and triumph. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. The moment we are in the 10th waning moon in my area, which is called Dasami in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Om Dasami Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, that's Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the Yoga and the Karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these time elements, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Shula, that has energies that are confrontational. Shula, Shula, Shula. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Vanisha, which has energies that are mercantile. Vanisha, Vanisha, Vanisha. Now, the chart itself, Dr. Pillai said we would always start by looking at whatever sign was the current ascendant sign, shown here with the letters AC. We would look at what that sign was. This is Capricorn. And we would look at what is the planet that rules that sign and we would honor that planet for its importance at the moment. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. I put flower petals on him for being the ruler of the ascendant. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Today in Capricorn, we have the Sun, we have Pluto, we have Venus, and we have Saturn. The Sun just entered last Saturday in my area. He and Pluto are in the same star, so I will honor both of them before I invoke the star. I start with the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Pluto for being in Capricorn. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. So the Sun and Pluto are both in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give blessings for long-lasting success. I put the flower petals across both the Sun and Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. I put the flower petals across the Sun and Pluto. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the Sun. I put the flower petals on the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Venus for being in Capricorn. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Shravana, a star sometimes symbolized as an ear, representing the ability for blessings from this star to help us to hear more than just the words that people say, that help us to hear what's in their heart. Shravana is also a star of prosperity, according to Dr. Pillai. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by Vishnu, an archetype of this who helps with the sustenance and maintenance of the entire universe. Vishnu also gives blessings for protection, wealth creation, and healing. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Next, we honor Saturn for being in Capricorn. I put more flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity music, good reputation. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Danishtaye Namaha. Om Danishtaye Namaha. Om Danishtaye Namaha. Danishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Danishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing the sun, which is our soul, Pluto, a planet that helps with rationality and science, Venus, planet of the arts, beauty, material plane comforts, and Saturn, planet that helps with patience, perseverance, structure, and compassion. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction around the chart from the ascendant, the next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Neptune. We honor Neptune. I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purva Bhadrapada. This is a star that can give blessings for work, charity, purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purva Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. We ask for blessings from him. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purva Bhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on him. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and our ability to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttara Bhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can give blessings for business development. We ask this star to bless all of us for business development and also to bless businesses on this planet so that they are conducted with integrity and honesty and of genuine service to the customers. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Bhadrapadaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Ayurveda, an archetype who can help to guard treasures and valuables. We ask him to protect our valuables and treasures, including the valuable of the earth itself. Om Arbundiaye Namaha. Om Arbundiaye Namaha. Om Arbundiaye Namaha. Uttara Bhadrapada star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most transcendental and metaphysical of all the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, the planet who helps with everything related to spirituality, and also a planet who can help with wealth and everything related to banking or legal matters. I pause for a moment and let us pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Misha, or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus, who is retrograde. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are in the same star, so I'm going to invoke Uranus next before I invoke the star. Uranus right now is retrograde, extra powerful. I put flower petals on him. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Ram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power, or energy. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Om Bharaniye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. We ask him to help us to be just and merciful towards others, and we ask for justice on our planet. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a zodiac sign that's a fire sign that has very active energies and is symbolized by the ram, an animal that can climb up into rocky high places that other animals can't get to at all. There's a bit of adventure energy associated with this sign. Today, it contains Rahu, planet that helps us to think outside the box, to be open to new ideas, innovation, and new technologies. And Uranus, a planet that can help with higher intelligence, success in life, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Vrishaba or Taurus, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini, a star of abundance, beauty, creativity. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity, and the archetype who is the consort of goddess Saraswati. We honor Brahma, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishaba or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and a great love of luxury and comforts. Today, containing Mars, a planet who has the energies of both a warrior and a healer. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu and also the moon. I honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in the star of Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. Dr. Pillai says this star can give divine blessings. This star is associated with independence, a bit of restless energy sometimes. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air element. And also Vayu is the father of Hanuman. We honor him. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu, I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the moon for being in Libra. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Vishaka, a star that can give blessings for victory and triumph. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Om Vishakaye Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by a pair of archetypes, Indra and Agni. Indra can give blessings for leadership and courage, and Agni can give blessings for transformation and purification. We honor both of them, and I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Om Indra Agnihe Namaha. Vishaka star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Tula or Libra is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Danas or Sagittarius, which today contains Mercury, who is retrograde at the moment. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Purva Ashada, a star that can help us to discern what's right for us, what's wrong for us. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Purvashada star is ruled by Apis, a goddess who's a deified form of water. She can give blessings for purification. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Danas or Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Danas or Sagittarius, the most noble-minded and idealistic of all the zodiac signs, today containing Mercury, planet of communication and business, and also the planet that helps with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I'm holding it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many little piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element, and I pass that around the chart in the air 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of air and a sweet fragrance. Next, I'm going to ring a bell above the chart in the clockwise direction 3 times, offering the element of sound. And now I take a little raisin to represent the earth element, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Later, I'll eat that little raisin as a prasad, as a blessed food that contains blessings in it. Now I make prayer hands and make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to bring their positive blessings flowing into our life today, and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, a safe place to live, clean air to breathe, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and make everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings towards all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. I offer you my life, O eternity, such as it is, and I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do a short Q&A period. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now, we have a little bit of time for question and answer period. If you want to post questions in the chat, I will do my very best to try to answer them. There is going to be a free Fire Lab live streamed tonight on Pillai Center Practice Channel in honor of Martin Luther King Day, which is a holiday today in the United States. It'll be happening at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. I put a link for it up above earlier in the chat if you want to bookmark that link for later today. All right, it's free, it's public. You can share the link with anyone on Facebook or social media. The more the merrier for a Fire Lab. I see Katie saying thank you. I am so grateful for all the blessings I received today. I'm grateful that we have a small but steady group of folks who show up on a regular basis so that we are united together in prayer during the puja. Mohini says our prayers are going out and, touching many more than we realize. So it's nice to be a little engine of prayer together as a group. Thank you all for being here. Welcome, Molly. Welcome, Melissa. I think I posted welcomes earlier to other people. It's hard for me to say welcome as I'm doing the puja, but I truly welcome everyone, whether you post in the chat or not. I'm very grateful to have you here. All right. Well, happy Martin Luther King Day. For those of you in America, it's a federal holiday for us. And he did a beautiful speech called I Have a Dream. And that speech is something that is nice to read. And I'll be talking about him a little bit tonight at the Fire Lab. Martin Luther King was very influenced by the nonviolent writings of Gandhi, the gentleman who helped with the movement for independence for India from England. And Gandhi, in turn, was very influenced by writings from Henry David Thoreau, an American writer who had done an experiment of living in a little tiny cabin out by Walden Pond in Massachusetts. And Thoreau, in turn, had been very influenced because while he was doing his little experiment of living by the pond, he was also reading the Bhagavad Gita, which is a classic scripture from India. So there's been this beautiful back and forth between America and India throughout our history. So I'm happy to be doing the Fire Lab, which is a modified version that Dr. Pillai taught to some of us Westerners to do, but a technology that's very ancient and has deep roots in the Vedic system in India. So, all right, that's a little bit of blah, blah from me for today. All right, I want to be respectful of your time always. Not seeing any questions posted today, so we'll go ahead and close out our session for today, and I'll be here again tomorrow. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.